Your neighbor are hiding this from you and it will shock you. Open it immediately. Don't scroll. Listen to this, because this message is for you and your heart needs this right now, and I need you to breathe for a moment and let your intuition guide you as you read, because deep down, you already sensed something was wrong, something was off, and for weeks, maybe months, you've been picking up on subtle signs that you brushed off as coincidence. But they weren't coincidences, they were warnings. The way your neighbor suddenly became overly friendly or suspiciously distant, the way they watch you when you leave your house or return home, the way conversations stop when you walk by, and the strange shift in energy you feel when they're near. Yes, listen to this, don't scroll, because your spirit recognized a truth your mind wasn't ready to confront, but now the universe is revealing it, and you need to hear it. Your neighbor has been hiding something connected to you, something they don't want you to know, envy, resentment, or even a secret they discovered about you, something they saw or overheard, or something they fabricated, and instead of letting you live in peace, they've allowed jealousy and insecurity to consume them, and this is not paranoia, it is intuition. Don't scroll, your heart needs this. Because what I'm about to share explains the tension you've been feeling. They have spoken your name in conversations you weren't present for, they've watched your blessings, your resilience, your glow, and instead of being inspired they became threatened, confused by how you keep rising even after life tried to break you, and while you were minding your business, they were minding your blessings, and this goes beyond simple gossip. It's about energy, intention, and spiritual awareness. Listen to this, because this message is for you, and your heart needs it right now. Your neighbor has been pretending to be neutral or friendly on the surface, but beneath that mask lies envy over your strength, jealousy over your progress, and curiosity about your life, the kind that comes with staring through windows, listening through walls, or paying close attention to who comes and goes. And yes, they've noticed the changes in you, the healing, the growth, the confidence, the glow-up. And they can't figure out how you're doing it despite the pain you never spoke about, the heartbreaks you endured, the betrayals you survived, and the disappointments that tried to destroy you. Don't scroll because your heart needs this. The universe has been sending you signs. 222, 1111, 444. Angel numbers reminding you that you are being divinely protected, especially now, because something about your energy is activating both admiration and jealousy in others, and your neighbor is one of them, someone who sees you rising, someone who hears the laughter, the music, or the silence in your home and wonders how you can still stand tall after everything you've been through. Listen to this, because it matters. This neighbor has also noticed someone connected to you, someone who has been drawn to your energy, someone who cares about you in a way that goes beyond friendship or casual interest, a soulmate or twin flame connection that your neighbor sensed before you even realized the depth of it, and that stirred even more jealousy, because this neighbor can see what's coming for you: love, elevation, breakthrough, and in their insecurity, they fear being left behind or overshadowed by your success. Don't scroll, your heart needs this. This neighbor has been hiding information, maybe an opinion about you, maybe a rumor they heard or started, maybe knowledge of someone from your past trying to reconnect, or even a secret admiration they won't admit, because yes, sometimes envy hides beneath admiration, and sometimes obsession dresses itself as concern. The universe is telling you that their intentions are shifting, their energy is shifting, and soon, their true feelings will be exposed through a mistake, a conversation, or a slip-up that reveals everything. Listen to this, because your heart needs it. You've already felt discomfort near them, the sudden urge to avoid certain paths or interactions, the tightness in your chest when they approach, the intuitive voice telling you to stay cautious. Not fearful, but aware. The universe is preparing you, not to panic, but to understand that this person has been projecting onto you, judging your silence, resenting your peace, and questioning your blessings, all while pretending to be supportive or neutral. Don't scroll, because your heart needs this. The shock isn't just that they're hiding envy, but that they've been discussing you with someone else. Another neighbor, a coworker, or someone close to your life, trying to understand how you've managed to attract abundance, attention, or love, and their curiosity turned into obsession, their obsession turned into resentment, and resentment turned into hidden sabotage, small things, subtle things, energy leaks that made you tired, distracted, or disconnected without explanation. Listen to this, because it matters. The universe is exposing them. Not to scare you, but to protect you, because elevation requires awareness, and you are stepping into a season where enemies become visible, masks fall off, and true intentions surface, and though this neighbor's secret may shock you, it will also empower you, because you will finally understand why things felt off, why you were guided to distance yourself, why certain interactions drained you, and why the universe kept whispering, "Pay attention." Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now, because you must be prepared for the moment when their envy reveals itself, when their intentions come to light, when their actions backfire, and when their influence fades. And here's the part the universe wants you to hold on to. You are divinely protected, watched over, and guided, and even though this neighbor has been hiding this, they cannot stop what is meant for you, they cannot block the love heading toward you, they cannot dim the light within you, and they cannot take what God has written in your destiny. Your intuition was right, and this message is your confirmation. Don't scroll, listen to this, because what I'm about to reveal will make everything finally click, and your heart needs this right now. While you were focused on healing, growing, and minding your own business, this neighbor became increasingly obsessed with you, not just with who you are now, but with who you are becoming, and they've seen something you haven't fully realized yet, a shift in your life that is drawing blessings, connections, and opportunities toward you, and this has triggered something in them, a sense of urgency and fear that they might lose whatever illusion of power or superiority they once felt. And listen to this, because this message is for you. Their jealousy didn't start recently, it began the moment they recognized your potential, long before you recognized it yourself, long before you started seeing angel numbers like 111, 222, 444, signs that the universe was guiding you into alignment. Don't scroll, you need to hear this. Your neighbor has tried to gather information about you, not just openly through casual conversation, but subtly. Examining who visits you, paying attention to your routines, even noticing changes in your energy, your appearance, your mood, and for a time they believed they understood you, but recently, something shifted, and you became unpredictable, stronger, more intuitive, and harder to read, and that terrifies them because insecurity thrives on predictability. And you are no longer the version of yourself they once knew or thought they could manipulate through gossip, assumptions, or silent judgment. Listen to this, because your heart needs it. They tried to confide in someone else about you, someone who also lives close or has access to your life, someone who has been feeding them bits of information or agreeing with their twisted perceptions, and that alliance created a false confidence, making them feel bold enough to continue watching you from the shadows. But recently, that alliance began to crumble as the other person started noticing your transformation and distancing themselves from your neighbor's negativity. Don't scroll, your heart needs this. You are stepping into a season where people who tried to label you will be forced to unlabel you, where those who spoke against you will watch your elevation in silence, and where every rumor will dissolve under the weight of truth, because the universe is shifting things in your favor. And here's where the shock deepens. Your neighbor has sensed something in your love life. Someone thinking about you, someone missing you, someone fighting the urge to reach out, someone who has been seeing signs related to you and feeling drawn toward you spiritually, and your neighbor noticed that, and it unsettled them, because while they were focused on tearing you down, someone else was falling for you or rediscovering admiration for you. Don't scroll, because this message is for you. The universe is revealing that the energy of love and connection around you is bigger than the negativity, and while your neighbor has tried to interfere, perhaps through subtle comments, judgments, or even planting seeds of doubt, the spiritual bond between you and that person is stronger than their envy. And listen to this, your heart needs it. Your neighbor has tried to understand why you continue to rise despite challenges, and their curiosity led them to notice small things. Your smile returning, your stress lifting, your confidence growing, and instead of celebrating your healing, they questioned it, dissected it, and tried to cheapen it, telling others that you had changed, pretending it was negative, when in reality, your transformation has been divinely orchestrated. Don't scroll because the universe is showing you the truth. Your neighbor's envy came from a place of fear. They feared you discovering your power, they feared you owning your voice, and they feared you attracting the attention and respect they always wanted but never received. And here's the turning point, the same neighbor who tried to monitor you has begun losing control. Their words are losing power, their gossip is losing traction, and their mask is starting to slip, and soon, someone close to them will expose their actions, not because they want to help you, but because they can no longer tolerate the negativity, and it will shock you how quickly truth unfolds. Listen to this, because your heart needs it. In the coming days, a conversation, a glance, or a comment will reveal their true intentions, and you will finally understand why the universe guided you to distance yourself emotionally, mentally, or physically from certain individuals. Don't scroll, because the universe wants you prepared, not afraid. This neighbor cannot stop your destiny, they cannot block your blessings, and their jealousy will become their downfall as you continue to elevate, align, and attract divine protection. And here's the most powerful part. The love that is coming to you or returning to you is protected, insulated from envy, blessed by the universe, and stronger than any hidden intention. Your intuition is becoming sharper, your energy is becoming stronger, and your spirit is becoming more aware, and that is why you were guided to this message. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. This neighbor's secret will be revealed not through confrontation, but through divine timing. And when the truth surfaces, it will not break you, it will free you, you will see clearly, you will understand deeply, and you will rise effortlessly, because the universe has been preparing you for this moment, and their envy is simply confirmation of your elevation. Don't scroll, listen to this, because what I'm about to reveal is the part nobody around you wants you to know, and your heart needs this right now. After your neighbor realized their attempts to monitor your growth, your relationships, and your energy were failing, they shifted strategies. Not by watching you directly, but by trying to influence how other people perceive you, which means conversations happened behind your back, subtle comments were made, tiny seeds of doubt were planted, and their goal was never to destroy your life but to distort your image just enough to delay your blessings. But listen to this, because this message is for you. They underestimated your intuition, they underestimated your spiritual armor, and they underestimated the divine protection surrounding you. Don't scroll, your heart needs this. While they thought they were succeeding in shaping narratives, the universe was already working behind the scenes, exposing their intentions to the very people they attempted to manipulate, revealing their jealousy through inconsistencies, tone, and energy shifts. And here's where things get intense. Someone close to your neighbor, someone who knows more than they should, is starting to question their motives, noticing patterns of obsession, envy, and insecurity, and they're beginning to distance themselves because your neighbor's fixation on you is becoming clear. even uncomfortable, don't scroll, because this message is for you. Something about you triggers them, not because you harmed them, but because you represent everything they wanted but didn't achieve. Resilience, growth, evolution, transformation, and the ability to endure storms and still rise, shine, and attract love. Listen to this, your heart needs it. They noticed someone, perhaps a soulmate connection, an ex, a potential partner, show interest in you, and that's when their jealousy peaked. They feared not just your success, but your happiness. They sensed something in your energy, something magnetic. And that's why lately you may have felt strange moments. People acting different around you, unexpected eye contact, intuitive dreams, angel numbers like 1111 or 1212 appearing repeatedly, signs that a spiritual connection tied to you is awakening or aligning. Don't scroll, this is for you. The universe is showing you that the love you are destined for is divinely protected, untouched by gossip, unshaken by envy, and your neighbor's attempts to interfere are failing. The more they try to manipulate or speak against you, the more the universe reroutes blessings toward you, the more your intuition sharpens, the more people begin to see your authenticity, and the more their own jealousy exposes itself. Listen to this, because your heart needs clarity. Someone who once heard negativity about you is starting to see the truth for themselves, starting to notice your character, your kindness, your potential, and they feel guilty for ever doubting you, and this shift is divine timing, not coincidence. Don't scroll, because this is where the revelation deepens. Your neighbor fears your future because they sense your elevation before you do. They know you are close to a breakthrough, financial, emotional, romantic, or spiritual. And that terrifies them because they know once it happens, they can no longer pretend to be equal to you, no longer dismiss your growth, no longer deny your strength. Listen to this, your heart needs reassurance. Every setback you faced was preparation, every betrayal you endured was exposure, every moment you felt alone was divine isolation meant to remove you from people whose intentions were never pure. And now your neighbor is watching you rise, and the fear in their eyes is not fear of you. It's fear of losing control, fear of being exposed, fear of people realizing the truth. You are not who they said you were, you are chosen, protected, and guided. Don't scroll, this next part is crucial. The universe is orchestrating a moment where the truth unfolds not through confrontation but through revelation. Someone will overhear something, witness something, or experience a shift that forces the hidden truth into the light. And when it happens, your neighbor will try to backtrack, acting innocent, pretending they were concerned, but people will see through it, because the universe is stripping away illusions. Listen to this, because your heart needs strength. When this exposure happens, you will not need to defend yourself, you will not need to fight, you will not need to argue. The universe will speak for you. Timing will speak for you. Elevation will speak for you. And here's the powerful twist. The person who feels connected to you romantically or spiritually will sense this energy shift, and it will push them closer to you, not farther, because adversity reveals authenticity. Their feelings for you will grow stronger, clearer, and more undeniable, and your neighbor's jealousy will become a catalyst, not a blockage. Don't scroll, this message is for you. The universe is reminding you that no one can block what is divinely aligned, no one can sabotage what is protected, and no one can delay what is destined. Your neighbor's secret actions are being recorded spiritually, and the consequences will align with their intentions. You, however, are being lifted, prepared, positioned, and elevated, and the reason you were guided to this message is because your intuition already sensed something was off, and now you have confirmation, not to fear, but to detach, rise, and trust. Because the universe is not done revealing, and the next chapter is where everything begins to make sense. Don't scroll, Because this part is where everything begins to make sense, and your heart needs this right now. The universe has been exposing your neighbor's hidden intentions not just because of jealousy but because something bigger is unfolding behind the scenes, something that affects your destiny, your relationships, your peace, and your purpose, and you need to know this truth before the next divine shift hits. Listen closely, because this message is for you and only you. The reason your neighbor became so invested in your life, your glow, your growth, is because they sensed something before you did. They sensed you stepping into a new season, a season where you would attract opportunities, love, abundance, and alignment that would elevate you beyond their reach, and that terrified them. Don't scroll, you need to hear this. Your neighbor noticed when someone started feeling drawn to you, someone whose emotions were deepening, someone whose heart recognized your energy long before their mind did. This soulmate connection, yes, soulmate, is real, it's intense, it's spiritually orchestrated, and your neighbor felt it before you could see it clearly, so they tried to interfere, not with love, but with fear. They feared losing the control they thought they had over narratives, they feared seeing you with someone who would truly appreciate you, and they feared the way your energy inspires loyalty, trust, and devotion in others. And listen to this, your heart needs it. The universe let your neighbor's jealousy rise not to harm you, but to reveal what had been hidden in plain sight. Because someone close to them, someone who hears more than they speak, has started witnessing their obsession, their reactions, the way your name triggers them, and this person is quietly distancing themselves. The exposure has already begun. Don't scroll, because the next part is crucial. While your neighbor has been focused on interfering, the universe has been orchestrating a divine reset, removing their influence over your path and redirecting energy back to where it belongs. And here's the twist, they didn't expect that their interference would wake up the very person they wanted to keep away from you, because your soulmate, or the one spiritually tied to you, has been feeling something shift. Dreams, intuition spikes, angel numbers like 333 for divine protection, 555 for sudden change, and 717 or 222 for alignment. They've been having moments that feel like déjà vu, like memories that haven't happened yet, like visions of conversations, reconciliation, or connection, and this isn't coincidence, it's awakening. Don't scroll, because this is the part your spirit has been waiting for. Your neighbor tried to plant doubt, insecurity, or confusion, but what they didn't realize is that divine connections aren't broken by gossip. They're strengthened by adversity. While they were speaking, the universe was clarifying. While they were plotting, heaven was preparing. While they were creating distance, destiny was pulling you closer. Someone out there has been thinking about you more often lately, feeling guilt, regret, nostalgia, or longing. They can't explain it, but they can't ignore it either. And the irony is, your neighbor can feel this too, which is why their energy has become more reactive, more insecure, more threatened. But listen, your heart needs this reassurance. The universe is exposing, not to scare you, but to empower you. Because you need to know who is for you and who is against you before the blessing arrives. And yes, a blessing is coming, one that involves your peace, your finances, your stability, your emotional clarity, and possibly a reconnection or revelation involving someone whose spirit is tied to yours. Don't scroll. This matters. The neighbor's role in your story is temporary. Their influence is fading. Their mask is slipping, their words are losing power, and soon, someone they spoke to will see through them, and that will shift everything, because truth is louder than rumor, intuition is stronger than manipulation, and divine timing is greater than human interference. And here's where the universe becomes undeniable. The person who is tied to your spirit will begin seeing signs that point them back toward you. A message at the right moment, a dream that feels too real, a conversation that reveals truth, or an event that forces them to rethink everything, they will begin questioning what they were told, who influenced them, and why they felt distance instead of clarity, and the universe will answer those questions through exposure. Don't scroll, because this is the prophecy. Everything that tried to separate you will now be the reason you are pulled together. Everything spoken against you will now be the reason people notice your integrity. Everything meant to block you will now be the reason you elevate, because your neighbor underestimated the power of being chosen, they underestimated divine timing, they underestimated your spirit, and most of all, they underestimated the universe's protection over you. And listen, your heart needs this. In the coming days or weeks, you will begin to feel lighter, more intuitive, more discerning, because the universe is removing interference, removing confusion, and removing people who cannot go where you are going next. The neighbor's role ends there. Exposure, not destruction, elevation, not setback, protection, not fear. And the reason you're hearing this message is because you are stepping into a season where God, the universe, your guides, whatever resonates with your spirit, will not allow you to be blindsided again. The curtain is being pulled back, the truth is surfacing, and alignment is beginning. Don't scroll, because the next part will reveal exactly what comes after this exposure, and who stands with you when the dust settles. Don't scroll, because this is the moment where everything you've been sensing in your spirit starts to click, and your heart needs this right now. The exposure that's happening around your neighbor isn't random. It's strategic, divinely timed, and intentionally aligned with the breakthrough you're about to step into, and I need you to listen carefully because this message is for you, and it's crucial you don't miss it. The universe is revealing the truth not just to protect you, but to prepare you, because you are about to move into a season where clarity hits so hard that people who once thought they could manipulate your path will suddenly realize their influence has expired, and that realization will shake them. Don't scroll, listen to this. The neighbor who has been monitoring, criticizing, or competing with you did so because they recognized your glow before you did. They saw your transformation, your growth, your resilience, and they sensed the blessing hovering over you, and instead of being inspired, they became insecure, because they knew deep down that once you understood your power, nothing would keep you small again. And this is where the universe steps in. Divine intervention is already happening, energy is shifting, connections are being tested, and the person who is spiritually tied to you, the soulmate, the twin flame, the divine counterpart, has started to feel a pull they can't ignore. Don't scroll, you need this part. This person has been distancing themselves from negative influences, questioning past assumptions, and waking up to the realization that your absence changed them in ways they didn't expect. They've been seeing angel numbers: 333 for protection, 444 for stability, 555 for transformation, 1111 for awakening, and they didn't understand why until now. Because the exposure happening around your neighbor is triggering a chain reaction, and that reaction is pushing the universe to align what was once blocked or delayed. Listen to this. The neighbor's jealousy didn't stop your destiny, it revealed it. Their interference didn't destroy your path, it strengthened it. Their rumors didn't isolate you, they exposed them. Every attempt to dim your light has only made your glow more noticeable. And now people are paying attention. People who matter, people who recognize authenticity, people who see your value without manipulation. Don't scroll, because here's the powerful twist. The person who has been tied to you spiritually is beginning to realize how easily influenced they were, and that realization is bringing shame, regret, and reflection, but also awakening, clarity, and courage. The universe is orchestrating situations that force them to see the truth about the neighbor, about you, about themselves. They're being shown where loyalty failed, where pride interfered, where fear took over, and where love was unspoken but real, and this is all leading to something you didn't expect, an opportunity, a message, a conversation, or a shift that changes everything. But listen, your heart needs to prepare for what comes next, because when the universe exposes what was hidden, it also elevates what is chosen, and you are chosen. You are entering a season where you will stop explaining, stop proving, and start attracting, and the neighbor will witness this, not because you want revenge, but because the universe wants justice. They will watch blessings unfold in your life that they never saw coming, new relationships, improved finances, deeper peace, unexpected support, opportunities that open doors you once thought were closed, and the soulmate connection. It's reaching a tipping point. The energy is too strong, the signs are too constant, the dreams are too vivid, and the intuition is too loud for it to be ignored, and the universe isn't finished. There's a prophetic reason you're hearing this. Your neighbor's exposure is the beginning, not the end. It's a warning, yes, but it's also confirmation. Confirmation that the universe has had your back the entire time. That you were protected even when you didn't realize it, that the betrayal you felt wasn't failure. It was redirection. Don't scroll, because the truth is this: the person who tried to dim your light will soon be overshadowed by the brightness of your elevation, and those who once believed them will begin to question why your spirit remains intact while theirs crumbles, and the one tied to your soul? They are on the verge of making a move, a decision, a confession, because the universe is making it impossible for them to stay silent. They are being guided, pushed, nudged toward reconciliation, clarity, or closure, and the neighbor can't stop it anymore. Your season of interference is ending, and your season of alignment is beginning. The universe is shifting the energy, rearranging people, revealing motives, and preparing you to receive what is meant, not what is manipulated. Don't scroll, because the next part will reveal what happens after the exposure, and how the universe positions you for the elevation you've been waiting for. Don't scroll, because this is the moment everything comes full circle, and your heart needs this right now. The truth about your neighbor, the exposure of hidden intentions, and the spiritual awakening that's been unfolding around you are not coincidences. They are divine preparation for the breakthrough you are stepping into, and I need you to hear this until the very last second, because the most important part is happening right now. You've spent months, maybe even years, sensing something was off, feeling watched, judged, or misunderstood, and yet somehow you kept going, you kept showing up, you kept loving, you kept trying, and heaven noticed. The universe didn't ignore your tears, your exhaustion, your prayers, or those moments when you had to be strong for everyone else while falling apart internally, and now, the neighbor who tried to interfere is being forced to face the consequences, not because you demanded revenge, but because divine justice doesn't need permission. Don't scroll, listen to this. Their intention was to isolate you, undermine you, or turn people against you, but instead, they isolated themselves, exposed their own insecurities, and revealed how intimidated they were by your light. And here's where it gets powerful. This exposure has shifted the energy so dramatically that the soulmate connection, the divine counterpart, the spiritual bond tied to you is awakening at the exact same time. They are realizing that they allowed doubt, fear, or influence to cloud their judgment, and now their soul is unsettled, their heart is restless, and their mind keeps replaying conversations, memories, and missed opportunities with you. They feel ashamed, they feel regret, they feel the weight of what they almost lost, but more importantly, they feel drawn to you in a way they can't explain or ignore. Don't scroll, because this is where destiny steps in. The universe is orchestrating a moment. An encounter, a message, an apology, or a confession, and it will arrive when you least expect it. The same neighbor who once tried to sabotage you will be powerless to stop what is coming, because the universe has removed their access, revealed their intentions, and stripped them of influence. And here's the part that will shock you: their exposure isn't just their downfall, it's your turning point. You are entering a season where everything you lost will be replaced, everything you prayed for will be answered, and everything you suffered will be justified. This is the part where doors open, blockages clear, and blessings flow, unexpected opportunities, new relationships, financial elevation, spiritual clarity, emotional peace, and yes, the soulmate connection will face a choice: return with sincerity, effort, and truth, or be replaced by someone aligned, someone ready, someone prepared by the universe specifically for you. Because this is not a season of settling, this is a season of choosing. And listen, don't scroll, because this next line is the most important one you'll hear. You are no longer the one in the dark, you are the one who has been awakened, protected, and chosen. The neighbor was never your downfall, they were your catalyst. Their betrayal didn't break you, it revealed you. Their jealousy didn't stop you, it elevated you. And now the tables have turned, not by your hands, but by divine timing. You are stepping into a chapter where silence speaks louder than confrontation, where peace becomes your power, where confidence becomes your armor, and where destiny cannot be delayed. The next weeks will bring signs, dreams that feel real, numbers that repeat, conversations that reveal truths, and moments that feel orchestrated, because they are. The universe is aligning your purpose, your path, and your partner, not around manipulation, but around authenticity. And the neighbor who once played the villain? Their role is over. This is your story now, your rise, your healing, your clarity, your joy, and the ending is not tragedy, it's transformation. The universe is telling you, the worst is behind you, the truth is revealed, and the blessing is in front of you. Don't scroll, because this is where the prophecy becomes personal. You are about to witness the kind of turnaround that silences doubters, humbles enemies, awakens love, and restores faith. And when it happens, when the message arrives, when the apology comes, when the opportunity opens, when the blessing hits, you'll look back at this moment and realize, the exposure was the beginning of everything. So keep your heart open, keep your spirit grounded, and get ready. Because what's coming next isn't loss, it's elevation, it's peace, it's vindication, it's love. And it's yours. And if you received this message, like it, save it, share it, and remember, your breakthrough didn't start when they left, it started when the universe decided you deserved better. And don't scroll now, because what I'm about to reveal will connect everything you felt but couldn't explain, and your heart needs this right now. The exposure of your neighbor wasn't the climax, it was the catalyst, the moment heaven shifted the battlefield in your favor, because you are stepping into a season where hidden intentions won't just be revealed in people around you, they'll be revealed in you too. The universe is about to show you strengths you didn't know you carried, intuition you didn't realize was awakening, and discernment that will shock even you. Because from this point forward you will not be misled the same way again. The veil has been lifted, not just from your eyes, but from your spirit, and that's why you've been feeling more detached lately, more selective with your time, more protective of your peace, more uninterested in drama, gossip, or validation, because your soul is no longer aligned with what's beneath you. Don't scroll, your spirit needs this. You're entering a chapter where people who once ignored you will seek your presence, where people who once doubted you will come asking for advice, where people who once judged you will find their own lives unraveling, not because you wished it, but because energy doesn't lie, and divine justice always restores balance. And while those neighbors plotted in shadows, you were being prepared in silence, and that's why the next blessing will be public, undeniable, and impossible to downplay. It will be the kind of blessing people talk about, the kind that creates whispers, the kind that inspires respect without you demanding it. Don't scroll, listen to this. Your soulmate connection, the person tied to you spiritually, is becoming aware of the role that neighbor or outsider played in creating confusion, distance, or misunderstanding, and now they are beginning to realize what they allowed themselves to believe, and it's haunting them. This realization will drive them toward healing, toward accountability, toward courage, and whether they re-enter your life or not will depend on their willingness to rise to your level, not drag you to theirs, and that's where your power returns, not in begging, not in waiting, but in choosing, because this time you are the one who decides, this time you are the one who holds the key, and the universe is reminding you, do not shrink to fit into places you've outgrown. The neighbors who underestimated you will soon have to watch you from afar as you rise, because heaven is preparing a table before you, not in private, but publicly, undeniably, and intentionally, and when the breakthrough arrives, when the job offer comes, when the financial shift appears, when the soulmate awakens or the divine replacement steps in, you'll understand why things had to fall apart first, not to destroy you, but to rebuild you, not to break your spirit, but to elevate your vision. Don't scroll, keep listening. The anxiety you've been feeling lately isn't fear, it's transition. The heaviness isn't defeat, it's growth. The silence isn't abandonment, it's preparation. And the separation you experienced wasn't rejection, it was protection. You are being separated from certain people so you can be aligned with the right ones. And when this happens, when the blessings arrive, when the neighbor's influence fades, when the soulmate awakens, when the opportunities unfold, you won't just rise, you'll transform, and the universe is declaring this now. What was hidden is being exposed, what was stolen is being returned, and what was delayed is arriving on time.